it started 17 years ago, and had signed with the Philippine government under this name as the duly designated MILF representative.
Thank you. So you know that it's a nom de guerre. Yes or no? Yes.
Now I am sure.
Before you were not sure.
No, Your Honor, because we have
Your counterpart stated yesterday in this hearing that
no, Your Honor. I think but what Chair Ferrer also said was that he knows Mr. Iqbal with having different names, but that it was not in her capacity to say what his real name was.
Are you trying to imply, Madam Secretary, that the Philippine government has been dealing with persons which where the government does not even know the real name, the nom de guerre? Is that what you're trying to tell this honorable body, Madam Secretary?
Oh, in the matter of peace negotiations, which are with rebel groups and with revolutionary movements, yes, that is possible, Your Honor. I think, Your Honor, the important thing is that the organization that he is representing recognizes him and abides by everything that the representative has signed.
Would you also know that using such is a violation of a crime, a special law? I think the Madam Secretary of Justice knows this. It's a violation of Republic Act 6085, wherein in 2009 the DOJ gave a warning to everyone using aliases and pseudonyms. In the case of Josefina Bersamina, if I'm not mistaken.
I will give to the Secretary of Justice, Your Honor, about the legal framework here of government.
Okay, Secretary De Lima, please respond to the query.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. Yes, I confirm that under the state of law now, specifically Republic Act 6085, the use of aliases is not authorized, especially when it's being publicly used. Now, under the revised penal code, because of course before Republic Act 6085, under Article 178, using fictitious name and concealing true names, so the penalty of arresto mayor and a fine of not exceeding 500 pesos shall be imposed upon any person who shall publicly use a fictitious name for the purpose of concealing a crime, evading the execution of a judgment, or causing damage. So that is qualifying. So in other words, this provision admits of certain defenses. So if the defense is that it is being made, or the use of aliases is made in good faith, it is not in any way to conceal a crime or to go around the law, etc., then that is probably an exempting or a justifying circumstance, but no longer under Republic Act 6085, because there are certain exceptions under Republic Act 6085. May I just check my Republic Act 6085? That while there are recognized exceptions, like for example when it is used for literary purposes and also etc., television, cinema, those are the recognized exceptions. Any other exceptions are not contemplated, and it would seem that there is little difficulty there in justifying the use of alias. But we have to also consider the fact as to whether or not there has been tacit recognition by government or by the state or by concerned sectors about the use of aliases, especially given the fact that I know that it is a practice, common practice among revolutionaries to use aliases.
And therefore, being revolutionary to ask the question given me by my colleague, he gave me 1 minute of his time. What would be the effect of using Nom de Guerre in official documents? That's the question asked by Congressman Pagdilaw. He gave me 1 minute, so I'm asking that question.
Well, if the possible liability, or is it a question? Is it actionable that if Nom de Guerre is used in a public document, whether that is actionable?
The specific question, Madam, is would it invalidate the documents?
I don't think so. Offhand, of course, I can further study that matter, but offhand, I don't think so. If the person concerned does not disown the Nom de Guerre, does not deny that is in fact his identity, then I don't see.
Madam, can we request a definite stand of government, of the legal experts of government? Because we're dealing with the proposed Bangsamoro Basic Law, which is based on documents signed by Mr. Iqbal using his Nom de Guerre. So this is a ticklish issue, and I hope government could come up with a stand insofar as the legality of the use of this Nom de Guerre. Madam Secretary.
I have the same answer. If the person concerned, if the person using a Nom de Guerre does not deny that is in fact his Nom de Guerre, and he is in fact the person concerned, he is in fact the one who signed the document, then I don't see why the validity of that document becomes an issue.
Thank you for the enlightenment, Madam Secretary. Now I can go to my questions.
I'm going to warn you whenever.
You give me 1 minute.
Please continue because you are consuming your time.
General Peñas, the TCP received a radio message from Police Senior Inspector John Erana at about 1 p.m. that they were already overwhelmed or about to be overwhelmed. Yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
General Pangilinan, doon sa BOI at saka Senate reports at 5:48 p.m. of January 25, it does not show that a forward observer was available in the area. But nonetheless, you ordered the firing of the artillery. Yes or no?
Your Honor, meron po tayong
Yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. General Peñas, why did it take you 2 days before you finally turned over the finger of Marwan? Was it because you had to wait for the arrival of the Federal Bureau of Investigation?
No, Your Honor. I have no intention to do that.
Thank you. General Pagilinan, you denied yesterday that you withheld the use of the artillery because of the ongoing peace process. Instead, you stated that you did not order the firing of the artillery in the morning of January 25 because you lacked the proper data to do so, such as the location of the pinned down soft troopers, their front elements, their tail element, and the location of the hostiles and civilians. There was supposedly no forward observer as well. Is this correct? Yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Now, are these the only reasons why you decided to fire the artillery only at about 5:48 p.m.?
Because Your Honor, I have already a clear picture of what is going on. I have a clear picture of what is on the ground. And aside from that, Your Honor, I am already on the TACCP, and I have personally conferred with my ground commanders with what is going on the ground, Your Honor.
Last two questions, please.
General Del Rosario. In footnote number 8, appearing on page 30 of the BOI report, you texted General Pangilinan the following message. Sir, latest location ng pinned down staff groups with wounded is at grid coordinate 683-06550, open area, about 1.2 kilometers na lang from the highway, Mamasapano. Nearest SAF team reached 700 meters already from highway. 62nd DRC with SAF body team at 300 meters from the highway. Sporadic fire can still be heard from northwest portion of SAF position, 200 meters from their location. Progress report to follow. General Pangilinan replied with, so wala pang na-evac. Is this correct? Yes or no?
Breaking away from the
cross the Yemeni-Saudi border at Tuwal on the Saudi side at about 2:30 p.m. yesterday, Saudi time. This batch consisted of 31 adult males, 11 adult females, and 2 minor children. The evacuees originated from the